Hey.
Hi.
Hello. And we're the NyanCave.
Bada bing, bada kaboom.
Coming at you with another finishing, maybe ending part. It could happen today,
I love
maybe
our
not.
ambiguous endings,
It could.
You know?
Who knows?
Who knows?
But we're near there.
We're like freaking.
The song that never ends.
Oh my god, I'm completely blanking. Robin and Neil
Batman.
Patrick Harris in How I Met Your Mother.
Right?
Yeah.
The two Canadian tree friends.
Yeah. Are they dating? Are they not dating? Are they finishing? Are they not going to finish? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
We'll definitely stretch this out over like 10 more streams.
Yes.
You know.
We're gonna
Natalie, if
hobbit
you're
this
out
one,
there, this is how we stretch content, okay? That's a throwback to months ago when somebody said we stretch our content. If you're still
Absolutely.
watching, then good. Then good. And if you like it when we call you out for months later, make sure to throw a thumbs up on the video.
I'm glad I can't remember their name.
Oh, it's Natalie.
It's Natalie?
Oh, it is
Is it
Natalie.
Natalie?
Oh, yeah, for
Natalie.
sure. We remember you, okay?
We're just accidentally cut a streamer so deep that they make a joke about it 3 months later.
3 months later.
Yo, I think it's
Longer.
been way
That
more
was
than
Kingdom
3.
Hearts.
That was Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance.
Oh my god, it's been like 6 months.
6 months. But we remember, okay? Stretch our content out.
How dare you?
Dare
The only
you.
thing we stretch out here is a joke, man.
There you go. We're getting mileage out of this baby. All right?
Oh shit, that's funny. There's so many layers to it.
Yeah, a lot.
All right, so this thing we're actually doing.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh god, now my makeup is running.
Should have worn the waterproof
I should have worn the waterproof mascara. They don't make waterproof moisturizer.
oh.
You know that?
Its purpose is to make moisture.
I know. It's a cruel ploy because it gets in your eyes.
Uh-oh.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh god, I'm so lubricated.
I should moisturize my face. I always just worry, though.
Oh, thank you. My voice actually.
I took Clay's paper towel and it's
Yeah.
ruined 3 streams and I couldn't have it on my contents anymore.
Right? I know. I need it right here. It's
Yeah.
just the place for it.
Yeah.
All right. The worst part is like really serious things are happening right now.
Oh my god,
No,
yeah.
this is like things are getting good.
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Not anymore. My voice is...
The body was discovered and reported by a group of 3 people. They were there to collect the space probe's capsule in preparation for the Hat 1 launch. One of those people had a special bag to transport the capsule in.
Oh, you mean the shock-resistant bag?
Correct. I suppose if the jacket was in that bag, it could have been returned to the scene of the crime without anyone noticing. I'll see to it that you get the reports on those 3 people.
You will?
We should also check the facial recognition database for that robot. If this person felt the need to hide his face with the theater mask, it might mean that his facial data was once registered.
Prosecutor Edgeworth! Does this mean...
I have to admit, I believe Miss Sykes' memories to be credible.
Oh my god!
You win, right? Not that this was ever an official trial anyway.
Oh, now it's unofficial.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now that Edgeworth is losing. Meanwhile, he's all like, yep, let's lock her away,
What?
overturn this whole thing. Let's get Black Quill back out of jail. Now it's unofficial.
Do my ears deceive me? Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you actually conceding?
But this is the end of the dark age of the law, folks.
Leave it to a freaking Phoenix and Edgeworth to show you how it's done, though.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
totally.
Is it true, boss? Does this mean I'm...
I can't believe it. It's over. I won. I proved that both Athena and Prosecutor Blackwell are innocent. Your Honor, I see no need to further prolong this trial. Uh-oh.
Hold on, Mr. Wright. Have you forgotten who's in charge of this trial? Oh, that's right. I'm the one who's supposed to say I see no need to further prolong. Not you either, Your Honor. Now, silence.
The little princess who is truly beloved by Metis and who repaid that love with death. All these years, hating Athena was the only thing that kept me going.
Yo, that ain't healthy.
No.
But what do I do now? Can anybody tell me? How am I supposed to go on?
Miss Blackwell. How unlike you, Aura. Metis was deeply passionate about her work, and she chose you as her partner. Isn't that...
Shut up, Simon! You know exactly how I felt about her!
God damn it!
Oh, her respect as a co-worker wasn't all that I wanted.
And what did you want from her? Really got to spell it out for the judge here, you know. You never learned to read between the lines. If you know what I mean.
Did you really just go there, Your Honor?
Aura, there was something I wanted to say, if you will lend me an ear. I have in my possession a lead on who Metis' murderer is.
And you just thought you'd just keep that to yourself?
Yeah.
You know, that could have helped.
Could have been very helpful. Oh, Haiti! Thank you!
And Haiti also says, Clay, this won't be the finale.
Wow. Well, Haiti, you can get fucked, okay? I do whatever I want.
Oh, that's kind of like your thing.
That's you and Haiti.
It's an inside joke, by the way, everybody. I wasn't actually being rude.
When Clay tells me to get fucked.
No. Too many connotations, too many layers.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, not in a dirty way. Sorry, no.
Anyways, Haiti knows I'm joking. That's all that matters.
Haiti knows I'm joking. Adam, what's up? Yo, Haiti.
Miles Edgeworth knows when to fold him.
Knows when to
Nice.
hold him.
You do?
Right, Dono. You asked me about the identity of the Phantom of 7 years past.
That's right. I did do that. The Phantom. The person Blackwell's been looking for. Even from behind bars.
7 years ago, somebody hatched a plan to sabotage the Hat 1 rocket. The spy.
Is sapping
But
our sentry.
he was no ordinary spy. We knew naught about him, his background, appearance. We came to refer to him as the Phantom.
Damn, this is like some Star Wars-esque stuff.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe some Phantom of the Opera type stuff,
Yeah.
which I haven't seen, so I'm only assuming. But it's good.
Ooh. Yeah, get that hi-hat in there, yeah.
At the time, I was working with the police to hunt him down. And then, one day, a miracle occurred, and I obtained a lead on him.
Oh, how exciting! What was the lead?
Also, symphonic band, you're killing it over there. Keep going. So into it. A recording of the Phantom's voice, but the quality was too poor for proper voice analysis. Yet I had hope. Aura's co-worker was a scientist who could analyze human emotions. So I asked her to evaluate the recording using analytical psychology.
And that scientist was Dr. Sykes.
Yes, a spy's greatest fear is to have his true identity discovered. In addition to the Hat 1, Dr. Sykes' results and the recording were surely among his targets. But his search of the Space Center bore no fruit, so he must have started to panic.
He couldn't find them. But where could they have been?
Who is to say?
Wow. I bet he's never let that out of his sight all these years.
How in the world did you smuggle them to prison? Oh, I have my ways.
It was his butt. He put him up his butt.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Absolutely, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's highly unfortunate, but that's how it is.
Ow! Face my fears!
Hello to the future. I'm just here to see who done it. If you're reading this, tell me to go back to writing my 3 10-page final papers.
Write your 3 10-page final papers.
I
with
hope that
us
you're
in the
done by now and
background.
enjoying this, actually. So
Yay.
welcome and congratulations. I'm sure
Double
you did
space
wonderful.
times 72 font.
and use a thesaurus to find bigger words that mean the same thing as the word you were going to use anyway. And that'll stretch out the letter count.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
yes.
Letter count. Yeah.
And rather than
Yeah.
saying he knew, say the
Man.
person was privy to the knowledge.
Yeah,
yes,
totally.
perfect.
And man, I bought this terrible thesaurus the other day.
Yeah.
Not only was it terrible, but it was terrible.
I get it. There it is. Oh, I have my ways. What's more, my partner's especially talented at that sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, Taka inserted the evidence up Black Will's ass.
You got a good fly up into it.
Honestly, you didn't want to see it when he was learning how to do it. It was a huge mess on several fronts.
And a couple backs, too.
Can you imagine just stumbling across that scene in the field? Just a man bent over.
And a hawk trying to shove reports up.
Come along now, children. Don't look at the man.
And there's the M rating.
Hey.
There's the M
There's
rating.
the M rating. Oh, God.
No.
Heard you were talking shit.
I worked to lure the Phantom in by spreading rumors throughout the underworld. I was even granted permission to prosecute cases to attract the Phantom's attention. Just trying to retrieve your identity, you bloody butcher, became my taunt. And what about the results Dr. Sykes drew up for you? Was there any useful information? Here, you can see for yourself. Take good care of it. It's all I have left of my mentor. Aww. I will. I better hold on to this real tight. It smells, though.
Oh, yeah. How many likes are on this video, folks?
Psychological profile classified. Emotional output of this voice extremely weak compared to typical voices. Ooh. Subject deemed to have unique physiological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, so he's like Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
No emotional fluctuation, huh? A spy who experiences no emotions, not sadness, nor anger, and naturally no fear. He is the very definition of a phantom, a monster with no heart. Don't you see? This creature is the rot that destroyed our lives and set what ails us all into motion. The Phantom indeed. A fitting name for the one who has brought darkness to our world. Well then, it seems a faint image of this man has started to take shape. Based on what we have learned, I'd like all of you to conduct further investigation. This is not a formal trial, but I do want to follow protocol. If I may, I'd like to hand down my verdicts and bring these proceedings to an end.
Whatever. Do what you want.
You'll hear no objections from me. Yes, please, Your Honor. It's over. It's finally over. Very well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, could you please take the stand? I've been here this entire time. As a result of this trial, your innocence has been proven. The verdict handed down these 7 years ago is hereby overturned.
Hypothetically?
And now, the defendant of the current trial, Miss Athena Sykes.
Yes, Your Honor? Mr. Wright, thank you. Thank you for everything.
Athena, you're more than welcome. If everyone is ready, I will now give my verdict.
Oh, no.
You! Is it time?
Your boy comes in. I knew it.
I was waiting for him. I thought he was going to enter like 3 times previous. But
Yes.
now here he is. Last possible moment.
What are you
Gumshoe.
objecting
He's
to?
right behind Apollo. The smallest gumshoe you've ever seen. Apollo! What is the meaning of this?
Congratulations, Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Edgeworth. You uncovered the truth from 7 years ago, and you saved Prosecutor Blackwell. However, I can't allow this trial to end just yet.
Oh, come on, Apollo. We were so close.
The jacket looked longer.
Why, Apollo? Why would you do this to us?
I know, Alicorn, why?
TBC. I know, Zero. I know. It has been.
Tom actually has voices to lie.
I know.
Ooh. December 20th. District Court. Courtroom number 4.
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
It's very simple. There isn't much to explain. The defendant, Athena Sykes, might not be innocent.
What are you talking about? The case from 7 years ago has been settled.
I'm not talking about the past here. I'm talking about the present case. It's still not clear who killed Clay Tarrant.
Thank you. I've been so curious.
But, Apollo, why would you?
Miss Sykes, please listen quietly to what I have to say.
What in the world is Apollo trying to do?
Your Honor, please allow me a little of the court's time.
But this was a trial for the case from 7 years ago.
Miss Blackwell, I'd like to ask you a favor of you. Just as you lost someone close to you, I lost someone close to me. I'm sure you want to know the real truth of what happened as much as I do.
Apollo. So, like, do you want me to kill someone or something? Sure, you know I'm all for the truth. Now let's see you expose the princess's guilt.
I don't know if you're so much for the truth as much as you just really hate Athena. Ooh.
Yeah.
Judge, I give my permission. Continue with the trial.
Very well. Is that all right with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
The prosecution has no objections. Let's hear Mr. Justice's testimony. I'll have the police investigation report brought immediately. Not you too, Edgeworth. I really hope it's because you have something up your sleeve.
Wow, Mr. Tony Sung hit me with that fun thing I'm probably going to add to my everyday life. Oh, I'm just Dunyan rings with this.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I like that.
Very well. Your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
As you wish. Let's review the case of the murder of Mr. Clay Tarrant. It was made clear in the previous trial that Solomon Starbuck was not his killer. Therefore, the true culprit was someone else. On that day, this culprit waited for the astronauts in boarding Lounge 1, when the two men made their escape out the Space Museum. The killer attacked Clay Tarrant with the same type of knife that was used 7 years ago.
Or maybe the same knife.
It could be. The murderer then escaped into the Space Museum. Next, director Yuri Cosmos switched the launch pads. After that, the culprit exited the Space Museum and exited via boarding Lounge 2. Therefore, this trial must make clear who Mr. Tarrant's true killer was. In other words, we must discover who it was that escaped through the Space Museum that day.
Thank you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd better rearrange my evidence. Relevant evidence swapped to the court record.
Now then, Mr. Justice, your testimony, if you please.
Apologies and accusation.
I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Tarrant. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. In addition, the only one who could have utilized the launchpad switch to escape. That is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder. Real epic, Bobby, real epic.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Justice, you realize that you are charging your own coworker with murder, don't you?
Yes, Your Honor. Because that is the conclusion my investigations has led me to.
Phoenix writes just like, well, this is going to go on your permanent record.
Oh, Miss Nyan on Twitch. Thank you so much.
And this is a gift sub from Jenny.
From Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Miss Nyan.
Thanks, guys.
There are 2 more, but they didn't want to play. Hold on. Please play. There you go.
Cyril! Bam, Miss Nyan.
And then there it is.
Boom, Jordan!
Those are also gift subs from Jenny.
Bam!
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Jenny.
But Apollo, why how could you suspect me too? Yeah, it's like Mr. Wright said to believe in our clients, not in our coworkers.
Oh, then I indict Trucy of magic panties.
Guilty.
Mr. Wright, your Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
I don't get it. Just what did you find out over the past few days to make you think this? Apollo Justice's accusation.
I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Tarrant.
Oh, my bad.
Investigation, no evidence.
Hold it!
Examination.
So, Clay is cross-examining Tom as accusing Nyanny of Clay's murder. Interesting. Exactly.
Hey, nappy mate!
Dang, thank you. Hey guys,
thank
good
you.
evening from Swedenhard. Swedenhard?
Sweetenherd.
You guys say last time that Super Mario RPG is coming up next.
Yes, Sunday.
Nice, by
We're
the
starting
way.
it up on
Sunday, the event's already up if you want to set a reminder.
You should try Mario and Luigi Superstar next if you haven't tried it. It's very similar and way fun.
You know what? If enough people want to see it.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, we'll definitely keep it open. People are saying, we'll let Nappy let us know if it's a shot. Let us know, Nappy, if you say so in the chat. We will honor that.
Hey, Steve!
What up?
Zine!
It starts with bombs.
Bombings, Gaxa crimes. It was the Athena habits that showed her
Lies. Keep bluffing, right? I advised I'm fine. To acclaim whom I'm Apollo.
That's good.
Really good.
What first made you suspicious of Miss Sykes?
It all started when Miss Sykes and I were investigating the crime. When she saw the weapon that killed Clay Tarrant, my bracelet reacted. She said she'd never seen that knife before.
Uh-oh.
But my bracelet told me otherwise. And then, every time after that, my bracelet would react when she talked about the case.
Poor Apollo must have been beside himself during that investigation.
I didn't know what to do or think. I couldn't even sleep. In that condition, I knew I wouldn't be any good in court. So I decided to wear an eye patch so I wouldn't be able to perceive any of her tells.
Oh, damn!
Is he about to take off his workout, his restricted weights? He's
Yeah.
dropping off the
Yeah,
weights.
he's holding himself back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
His depth perception. This is Nyanny level perception with the head turn, eye cross, head on his side stuff.
Yeah, Nyanny, next time you play Leighton, you gotta wear an eye patch.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. And Nappy Mate said, "Yeah, take the shots if you want to."
You guys.
So that's why Apollo was acting so strangely.
Hey, what's up, Rajiv?
Apollo, after this, you're fired, boy.
Oh,
I hope they address it.
Thank you, Rajiv.
But the reason Miss Sykes unconsciously reacted to the knife that way is because she stabbed her mother's murderer with one identical to it 7 years ago.
Objection!
That knife was also the murder weapon that was used to kill Clay Tarrant. My bracelet could have reacted to her because she knew she was the killer too.
I guess he has a point.
It does. But my bracelet wasn't the only reason I became suspicious of her. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself.
Hold it!
That's the lighter that was found in the Space Museum with her fingerprints on it, right? But even if it seems decisive, there must be other facts that we don't know about yet.
If that's so, go ahead and prove it then. Look, honestly, I don't want to believe it's true either. But Miss Sykes was the only one who was in the Space Museum at the time of the murder.
But Mr. Justice, Miss Sykes had absolutely no motive to kill Mr. Tarrant.
Objection!
Did she? 7 years ago, Sykes lived at the Cosmos Space Center. It would have been strange if she had some... Oh, it wouldn't be strange if she had some kind of connection to him. Besides, people sometimes kill for motives we can't even imagine.
That's the flimsiest argument I've ever heard.
She could have if she wanted to.
It's like some ancient alien shit.
Steve!
What's up, Steve?
No. In spite of her age, through a cop of me, helping Sykes tear apart Aristotle means. Remembering all the toilets that you wanted to clean, spiraled out into the cosmos.
Other unfinished lines.
Steve D. Signs.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, there it is.
Steve D. Signs.
Bam, thank you
Nappy,
so much,
thank
Nappy.
No.
Ooh, exciting.
Ooh, sweet.
The Black Demon.
Black Demon?
Fun fact, this arm cross, that upward smirk, he's straight up copying Kristoff. That can't be good.
Uh-oh.
I know you've seen plenty of cases like that in your own career, Mr. Wright.
I still can't believe this. How can you actually suspect Athena, Apollo? Athena, Apollo. Athena, Apollo.
In addition, she's the only one who could have utilized the launch pad switch to escape.
Hold it!
Isn't it possible that somebody else used that same escape route?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Wright.
Why not?
Recall there's a security camera in boarding lounge 1 aimed at the launch pad door. It's the camera that captured Mr. Tarrant and Mr. Starbuck. But there's also another security camera in boarding lounge 2. It recorded Mr. Tarrant's killer, or rather, Miss Sykes coming out of the Space Museum.
A camera in boarding lounge 2. First I've heard of it, but it makes sense. Athena said she had snuck into the Space Museum the night before the incident, and then was overcome and passed out until around noon the next day.
I was out until about noon of the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into the boarding lounge.
That must have been when the camera captured her. And that's what made Apollo suspect her even more. But wait a minute. In that case, it most likely recorded the true culprit as well.
Objection!
That's a negative on that one too, Mr. Wright. In the footage taken after the incident, Miss Sykes is the only one who appears.
Okay, yeah, but could you rewind that footage like 2 hours before you saw her? Trust me on this one, it helps.
Oh, Arturo Cavillo Ruiz!
Ruiz.
I can't stay till the end, but just know this. I've donated 3 times before during this playthrough, and each time Thomas pronounced my last name differently. Don't worry. I still love you guys.
Thank you. We're gonna see how it goes. How did it go this time? 4 for 4. Really, really appreciate it though, man.
Thank you.
And every day is great at Eurojunes.
What? Why? Order! Order in the court! That can't be. But if it is, then it is incredibly incriminating. Wasn't it you who proved in the previous trial that the way the true culprit escaped was via the Space Museum after the pads had been switched? A fact you previously proved turned on its ear, leaving your client high and dry. I must say, that is vintage Phoenix Wright. I love vintage Phoenix Wright.
Oh, that's such a classic.
2008?
Yeah?
Yeah?
No, earlier than that. Vintage? That is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder.
Believing in your clients to the end is a basic principle of good defense. Shouldn't you extend that same principle to your own coworker?
You're probably right. Maybe I'm not even fit to be a lawyer. However, I don't care. This case is special to me.
Aww.
And that is why I just have to know the truth. Clay.
Apollo suspected his trusted coworker of killing his friend. To dispel his doubts, he investigated on his own. But that only led to more doubts. Apollo must have been really struggling with this. Well, Apollo may have doubts, but... I'll say it again. Athena Sykes isn't the murderer.
And I have only one thing to say. Evidence is everything in court. Well, Mr. Wright, think you have the concrete proof to knock down my arguments?
Your arguments have been very clear, Mr. Justice. And your facts appear to be indisputable.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think of my theory? Looks like not even you can deny it. Miss Sykes was the only one who used the only possible escape route.
Under these circumstances, there can be no other suspect but the defendant.
I think we're okay. Unless... you think there was an alternate escape route? Is that what you think, Mr. Wright?
Is that what you think, Mr. Wright?
Is that what you think, Phoenix? Was there an alternative escape route?
And I think, yeah. I think.
They're still in the museum to this day.
They've never left. Oh, Mono Dupe!
I just realized this game is 6 years old. I'm old.
No.
You're at least
Just wait until I play
6
Super
years
Mario RPG. That's 23 years old.
old. Oh my
God, I know, right?
I'm so excited for that. We got a little SNES Mini coming in.
Yeah. Wait,
1996 to
1996.
2019.
Oh, it's close, yeah.
23 years?
22 years, I guess, technically.
Well, when did it come out?
No, wait.
23, but when did it
96.
when did it come out in 96?
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't recall the exact date.
Well, I guess so.
Of course there was.
Of course. Yes, of course. There must have been. Just don't ask me what.
What's great about this sort of line of reasoning, though, is that we got Starbuck off because of the alternate route. And now we're saying, nah, just kidding, it could have been different. You're just bluffing again, aren't you?
Me? Bluff? No way. He knows me too well. He needs to be eliminated.
It's fine, Mr. Right. Even a bluff would suit me just fine. I don't know who this
Who
is.
is
I
this?
think
It's Athena or...
I thought it was a man.
It's Athena or Apollo. Oh my God.
As long as you can clear up this doubt inside me.
Aww. Wait. So is that what this is all about?
I've I want to believe in Athena. I really do. But what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really, fully trust her.
So that you can really trust me?
A lot of people are experiencing lag.
I know. I have the health up and it seems fine, and there's nothing on
Yeah.
OBS saying.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
and there are people that are fine saying this. Hit that hot refresh. Probably YouTube in your area. YouTube
I'm
in
gonna
your
play some
area.
stuff while we're having this panic attack.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, Mr. Mega Hussy.
Trust your coworker? Phoenix, did you forget about Apollo's old boss?
Trust them after you've doubted them. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Steve!
Design.
That's what I promised. In the end chorus.
Sorry, 1 second.
I passed the bar, clay shot for stars. But in my head, Athena was the stabber. My doubts are strong, so prove me wrong. Widget says, I made Athena sadder.
Aww. Man, In the End's probably one of my favorite songs to sing
So
in Rock
good.
Band.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if we could do a Rock Band stream on Twitch.
Yes, just we could. We'd never post again anywhere, but we could
Yeah.
do it.
Just
Bam. Like again, we do
Just
we do music
disappear.
requests. Yeah,
just end up on all the Twitch fails compilations. Like
Yeah.
Twitch fails. May 16, 2019. It's just literally the
The
entire
NyanCave.
stream, 2 hours. Our stream.
That's so good, Steve.
It seems your junior partner has showed us what trials are truly about. I believe you're right. We prosecutors painstakingly question every detail in pursuit of the defendant.
While we lawyers believe in and defend our clients to the end.
When both sides go all out against each other, that's when we discover the truth. Precisely. And when the battle is over, we will understand the true meaning of trust. That is exactly what trials are about. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. I couldn't ignore the seed of doubt that was growing inside me. So I decided I need to face it head on. No matter what the truth is that's waiting for me ahead, I won't be afraid.
That's so like Apollo. Always uber earnest about things like this.
Mr. Justice, I vow to dispel every last bit of doubt in your heart.
Good. Because I want to believe in Miss Sykes again.
You're really hoping there was an alternative route, aren't you, Apollo? But if I use the process of elimination, there really aren't that many possibilities. Director Cosmos was at the southern exit, leaving only the control room and the corridor to the Space Museum. Which door could the culprit have escaped through?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Where do you think the culprit escaped to?
Did we? Because, like, the trash chute, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to say, but it wasn't. Where was it? It's not located. Like, it's not. It's annoying, so it can't. Like, I just think it can't be. Oh, what's up, TBD?
You ever want to believe your coworker so much that you accuse her of murder?
One time.
Only once, though.
Yeah. Turns out Clay didn't do it. I just left the peanut butter out. So weird.
So weird.
I think you gotta say the control room door.
Okay, oh, wait. I'm trying to, like, it's been so long. I'm trying to repiece this in my head.
Yeah. The thing is
Because-
they're saying the bottom.
Because the detective and the director, what's my mess up
detective
with it?
arm.
The detectiver?
The detector.
The detector. Yeah, that's what it is.
Detector arm.
The detector came in from the bottom.
Yeah.
Who was in the control room? Why couldn't it be the control room?
You know what? Control room. The reason it couldn't be the control room is because you needed the handprint of Cosmos. But he actually did go through there to get back behind her and be like, oh, I wasn't in there.
All right, well, let's try the control room.
Yeah.
This is going to kill us, I bet. Did I save?
Yes. Do you want to save again?
Sure.
Because we're just so
that
confident. I have a defective arm. Hey, what's up, Millie?
Take that!
There? I doubt anybody could have escaped that way.
But can you really say with certainty that it isn't possible?
Yes, I believe I can.
I guess you're right.
What are you doing? This is serious, Mr. Wright.
Please be serious, Mr. Wright.
You're really hoping there's an alternative route, aren't you?
Where's that trash chute? You think it's that little gray area?
I think it's that little gray area.
Okay, come on, Mr. Wright. Where do you think
Try
he
the
escaped
gray
to?
area.
The
Otherwise, it's the
gradient?
Space Museum corridor.
Yeah, but that is where we think they escaped to.
Take that!
Fuck. Okay, what did he say here? Losing all our health.
You know what? Use the bottom. The southern
Director
exit.
Cosmo, it's there. It's only leaving only the control room and the corridor to the Space Museum. Oh wow. Well, I threw that away.
Like.
So I guess it's the corridor to the Space Museum.
Okay, sure. No problem. Let's send it. If it's right, I'll be upset.
Siberia says, Clay, you're hurting us in Discord. We're subjecting you to so many ill gossips. I love the word ill gossips.
Well, settle down, guys.
I heard that Clay takes his socks
It's
up
fine.
in the kitchen and leaves them there.
Did I do that today?
No.
Oh.
I'm spreading
But you
ill gossips.
do it often.
Oh, I see. What do I? When was the
No,
last
it's
time I put my
mostly
socks there?
your underwear that just
Oh, okay. Well,
sits in
that
the middle
used to
places.
happen. It hasn't been there for weeks. I changed my shower cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I no longer leave my towels in my bedroom.
Ah.
And so, because anyways. They really only could have escaped the corridor in the Space Museum. All they had to do was use the unconscious Mr. Starbuck's prince to get through the door.
Objection!
It
It appears that all you're trying to establish is Miss Sykes' guilt. And by the way, if you're going to subject me to ill gossips, include these two as well, because they don't know either, okay? It's all three of us. Any one of us is allowed to answer. It's not like they know and they're withholding the answers.
I don't know.
Man.
I see as Nyan looks like he's withholding the answers. And
I don't know
knows
what
If
that.
ill
only
gossip
I was
is.
the one pushing the buttons and I would be the subject of ill gossips.
it.
But we all have our cross to bear.
Right? That's fair.
I don't know what ill gossip is.
If the culprit used that route, the only exit would have been into boarding lounge 2. Like Sekiro, that's all me. You can ill gossip about me on Sekiro. They have nothing to do with it. But right here, right now, they could do any of this.
I could do anything?
You could do anything.
But not that. Jesus Christ. Stop.
Logical conclusion of your argument is that the killer is none other than the defendant.
I knew it. It's the only way it could be, huh? The culprit escaped into the corridor that leads to the Space Museum.
Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing. How dare you do ill gossip of the dead? How dare you? I'm dead.
Dare you?
How dare you?
Dare you?
Bad.
So unbecoming.
It is. He's not even here to defend himself, okay? Stop. I guess it's true. The only exit would have been the boarding lounge, too.
But Miss Sykes was the only person captured by the boarding lounge 2 security camera.
And I investigated the crime scene thoroughly. But the only place the culprit could have escaped to was the Space Museum corridor. There weren't any other secret corridors or anything.
So
Nothing
that
else.
leaves us with no other conclusion to draw, but that Athena Sykes was the culprit. What could the answer be? Was there really no other escape route? But hold on a second. What if Where did those mysterious leaves we saw in the corridor come from? What if they're a clue to the culprit's real escape route? Wow, that's a throwback.
That is.
I think it is possible that the culprit escaped into the Space Museum, but then came out using a route other than into the boarding lounge 2.
Oh?
Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched after the bombing, meaning the Space Museum corridor was moving along the rail at the time, which is exactly when an alternative escape route opened up for our culprit.
Are you kidding me?
Judging by the intense look in your eyes, I take it you're serious. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Do tell. Where could the culprit have gone from the museum corridor besides boarding lounge 2?
Is it just anywhere outside the map?
I think so. I'm gonna go with
Go with north. North of it, because Launchpad 1 went clockwise. So at least click on nothing north side or something like that. Launchpad 1 did never hit the southern hemisphere of this circle.
But they escaped into the Space Museum. This is the final resting place.
But no matter what, it always goes clockwise. So the Space Museum went that way, up into the northern hemisphere.
Take that!
We found something odd when investigating the museum corridor this afternoon. Namely, a few dead leaves on the floor. Considering where dead leaves come from, they point us to exactly where the culprit escaped to.
Yes. I remember seeing some leaves myself.
Ah! Do you mean?
Yup. While the Space Museum was in motion, just beyond the corridor safety, was an alternative place that the culprit used to escape. In other words, the culprit's real escape route was
It's like really high in the air, though.
the area outside the Space Center.
You're freaking
Insane!
Objection!
Do you know how impossible that would be? The corridor is on the level with the third floor. Even if the culprit tried to leap outside the wall from the Space Center building, they would fall to their death.
Objection!
Ordinarily, yes. But after the bombing incident, the culprit could make use of a certain item. And what item was it exactly, Mr. Wright?
rocket jumps?
All right. This is what the culprit used to leap to the outside wall of the main building.
A spacesuit.
No, he put himself inside the shock-resistant bag, obviously.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, it seems like
Is
we
it
don't have it.
an emergency ladder that you have right there?
What? Where?
To the left. Well, now it's to the right. It's a red one. It looks red.
Oh, nice.
I don't ever remember having this evidence until
I know,
now.
right? I know, we have all new evidence right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Of the 4th floor robotics lab.
Soon dusk.
But they look like they're removable.
Right?
Yeah,
Um,
and it's totally fine though, because you can just send it.
Unless he cut the air on the way down,
Oh,
slowing
that's
his fall.
I mean,
Oh, the moonrock earring.
oh,
Everyone knows it gives fortitude. Allows you to survive one fatal blow. Yeah, let's go with this.
Yeah.
Take that!
That would be the sketchiest thing, though. An emergency ladder. There was an emergency ladder in the 4th floor robotics lab. And it was used that day after the explosions to help evacuate people. Miss Blackwell herself used that ladder to escape down to the ground level. Recall that the launch pads were switched right after the ladder was lowered.
Oh.
So we jumped to the ladder? The corridor would have passed by the ladder while the pads were being switched. And that's when the culprit literally sprang into action. And if you like these sick jumps, we're gonna be playing Super Mario RPG on Sunday,
Be there.
where you'll see the Mario there doing some sick jumps. And leapt onto the ladder.
What? Who would have imagined?
Order! Order in the court! Well, an alternative escape route seems to have emerged.
Which means someone other than Miss Sykes could have been the culprit, right?
Objection. Making things up on the fly in an attempt to sway the court again, are we, Mr. Wright? Your theory has so many holes, it puts Swiss cheese to shame. All right then, name one. I have here detailed information about the Space Center. According to this, the distance between the museum corridor and the main building during movement is a full 20 feet. 20 feet? You're pulling my leg, right? In addition, the corridor is 3 floors from the ground, or roughly 50 feet. What's more, the culprit would be leaping from a precarious place. An unstable ladder. Human beings feel fear in dangerous situations. It's a basic survival instinct.
But not our killer.
Yeah, not our killer.
But also.
He doesn't feel nothing. An ordinary person would certainly hesitate before jumping. Or even freeze in fear and not jump at all.
Objection!
But the culprit had just murdered someone. They weren't in an ordinary state of mind.
Objection!
Nevertheless, why would they have taken that kind of risk? They could have waited for the switch to be complete and escaped to boarding lounge 2, where the video camera would have incriminated them.
Objection!
Because there was a security camera in boarding lounge 2. Thank you. Hey, yeah, right? Hey, nice, Phoenix. The culprit knew they'd be recorded. They left the Space Museum that way.
Objection!
Objection. In that case, the culprit could have hidden in the museum until things settled down, and then blended in with other people after the museum was opened. That's a good point. But you claim that despite all this, the culprit took a 20-foot death-defying leap. And all in the brief moment the corridor and the ladder passed by each other. That's also a good point. They would have needed a running start while the corridor was moving to make that jump. If the timing was off, or if they couldn't jump far enough, it would have been instant death. What kind of person would attempt something like that? More like an international super spy who doesn't feel nothing?
Yeah, totally. Tom Cruise, is that you?
You, right?
He hurt himself on Mission Impossible 5, jumping off of doing his own stunt at like 50-something years old.
He's
Damn.
older now, though.
It looks great, though.
Yeah, it looks great. I watched a video about Brie Larson,
Yeah?
and she was talking about how she did her own stunts.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was really proud of herself.
Good.
Stop bringing up good points, Edgeworth. This true culprit of yours is nothing but a figment of your imagination. And then Phoenix is going to come around and be like, but what about super spy?
Yeah.
And it's going to actually make sense as the hilarity of all this. Why do you always have to point out every flaw?
Mr. Edgeworth's right. That does sound pretty insane. Culprit would have to be someone who feels no fear, like a stuntman.
But everyone feels fear on some level, right? Wait a minute. Blackwell just literally like staring at Phoenix like
Go on.
come on, Roy.
You got to come here, Phoenix.
So close.
Come on.
I can see the hamster turning. I gave it to you. Aha! I've got it this time. I can prove that there is someone who could have used this alternate escape route. Oh, can you now? This proves the possibility of a person who could have used the alternate escape route.
Take that!
What's that, Mr. Wright?
is a certain person's very interesting psych profile. The subject doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. In other words, this person doesn't feel happiness, sadness, or fear.
Doesn't feel fear.
What? Right!
You can't be serious! Without the constraint of fear. He could easily do what an ordinary person wouldn't dare.
Until he died because he didn't have fear.
Just as you or I could do a broad jump on the ground without the slightest fear. This subject could make a 20-foot leap, 50 feet up in the air. Woo-wee. He could choose this extreme way of escaping without hesitation.
So you're saying that to a person without fear, the alternative route would be quicker and eliminate the chance they'd be spotted? That's pretty extreme, Mr. Wright.
But was there such a person there at the scene?
Yes, the Phantom, that mysterious, shadowy figure who keeps popping up.
Oh dear! The Phantom. Again.
I knew the Phantom was there behind the scenes of the Space Center bombing, but I wasn't sure if he was connected to the murder of Clay Terran as well. However, it's all clear. The Phantom is the one who not only bombed the Space Center, but also killed Mr. Terran.
What? What?
What?
Keep going, Orchestra. You got this.
Order in the court. Order, I say. Mr. Wright, please continue.
There were just too many similarities between this case and the one from 7 years ago. But why, you might ask? It can only be because both incidents were the work of the same Phantom.
So then, this Phantom is the one who killed Clay?
Yeah, it is absolutely Sniper the Penguin. Thanks for spoiling it. How dare.
Oh my god.
Because he was so pissed about being a flightless bird, he was like, I'll show these motherfuckers.
But
How dare they
who?
launch rockets?
Space?
Nothing is, no flying ever.
For any, that's a pretty funny, ultimate villain thing.
But who is he?
This Phantom has been haunting this case, pulling the strings in the background.
Swear to God, it'd be a Starbucks.
Who could this unidentified international spy be? Right. This escape route must have been a part of the Phantom's plan from the start, as was tricking Director Cosmos into switching the launch pads. Dr. Cosmos. Nice. The bomb on the second floor was meant to make the elevators and stairs unusable. That's why he gave advance warning and planted the bombs where he did. Yes, I think you're right. But it doesn't explain this one last thing.
So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have just used ladders in the other rooms?
No fucking way. The robotics lab wasn't the only room with an emergency ladder. But he couldn't have made that leap unless he was certain which one it would be.
Like, so you mean the Phantom must be somebody who knew the particular ladder was going to be used?
That's right.
Who could it be?
Wait a minute.
So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to.
Oh my god, no way.
It just can't.
That's
be.
incredible. No, it has to be.
No, it just isn't.
Miss Blackwell lowered the ladder after being told to by the detective leading the... Ah!
You've got to be kidding me!
No. No.
Did you figure it out right? Do you know who the Phantom is?
No.
Yes, I do.
Who is it? Who killed Clay?
Our mystery spy, known as the Phantom, is none other than... Oh my god, Trucy, right.
Trucy, right.
She's the only one who could do such things.
Can you believe it?
Oh my god.
He's been with Simon the whole time.
It literally says too, he led the evacuation effort at the Space Center after the bombing incident. Oh my god.
The only thing is... Okay,
He
go
kind of
on.
looks like a foreigner too compared to the others.
Like,
Damn.
not Bobby! He was all about justice! For all!
That's crazy, and he was Blackwell's handler too, and
Yep.
everything. Like
He's been-
he's been there. Oh my god, and he's so like bumbling and
Right.
weird, but
After the
actually cold and
explosions,
calculated. I
remember the
love
staff
this. I
crossed
love it so
paths?
much.
He's
Oh
been
my god.
feeding us information the whole time. What?
After the explosions, a member of the staff crossed paths with a certain detective. I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. As for the detective who was leading the evacuation from the 4th floor, he had a very specific objective in mind.
So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to.
Nailed it.
His objective was to secure his own escape route. And then he just had to find the perfect piece of evidence. We lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter. This silence.
Oh my god. Injustice, we trust.
Right?
We
This-
even talked about that, sorry.
Is a detective you all know. He's even the lead detective on the current case. Is he standing there at the top? He appears to be a very emotional man, but his psych profile says he is without emotion. Oh my god, and he was right under Blackwell's nose this entire time.
Right? The whole time.
But maybe that's why he was trying to work himself closer to Blackwell to get that psych report.
He knew!
He knew.
Oh my god!
Take that!
I'm still like in disbelief.
Bobby heckin' Injustice Fulbright?
What are you saying?
You mean the Phantom is...
Detective Fulbright Bullright! Exactly. We were all taken in by his fake persona. Detective Fulbright's real identity is the Phantom. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, how can this be? That's easy, Your Honor. Detective Fulbright was leading the 4th floor evacuation effort. I'm glad you caught that headstrong. Our first clue is he made no attempt to have any other ladder put to use.
I thought you said it too, but I didn't want to bring it up.
I know, it's good. I just figured the judge would be all like, "Hey!"
Suzushiro!
This is my favorite twist in the entire series because it made me almost scream on a 5 a.m. red-eye flight about to land in New York City and I have minutes anticipating you all seeing you lose your shit over it for a year and I'm for the freaking half.
That's crazy.
Like,
I didn't see it coming at all,
no,
but
I
it
didn't see
makes
it
so much
coming at
sense.
all.
It's the best kind of twist.
It
Oh, yeah.
so is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He was the character I suspected the least. I think
yeah.
we even joked.
the
I thought about Solomon again. I was like, I wonder if it could be Solomon because he was the only one like involved in the space center out of
Right?
all of this.
Me
and stuff.
too. I'm
I
like,
was
what
like,
about his hand?
unless they introduce like a new space member employee that no one ever mentioned or something like that. I was like,
know.
but that'd be pretty sad if
He
it
was
that.
just off screen the whole time.
Time.
Oh yeah, the intern Larry. No one fucking talks about that guy. He's like a phantom, just
Oh,
scuttling around the space center doing his intern
And
things.
then it goes to the planet. He's like a phantom.
He's like a phantom. Like a phantom.
Ethan!
He's been saying it to us this whole time. He's the injustice we trust. And we talked
my
about
God.
that.
Yeah.
We talked, I was like, injustice we trust? I'm not sure that's a great catchphrase.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like injustice. And
Larry
we all joked
Butts
and
is
had a
the
laugh.
Phantom. Oh yeah, Larry's working at the space center now.
Yeah.
Intern Larry Butts. That would have been great.
Oh, that's Takahashi!
Injustice we trust!
Damn. Yeah, I went through. I was reconvicting Athena. TBD.
What was his catchphrase again?
Thanks, Suzu.
Injustice we trust? Injustice we trust.
Damn. Oh, Adam. Thank you.
Ha! Thought I was on your side. Joke's on you, Mr. Lawyer. A pity about Mr. Terran is he's now 6 feet under terra firma. Injustice we trust.
Oh, damn.
Damn. Thanks, guys.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! I'm so excited to see how this unfolds.
Ladder in the robotics lab is the only one he ordered to be lowered. The second is that he directed everybody to the basement shelter via this ladder. Verily, it was all part of his plan to create an escape route. After Detective Fulbright saw to it that the ladder was lowered from the robotics lab, he went to the lounge where he killed Clay Terran and escaped into the Space Museum.
Can't believe Bobby killed me.
The museum started moving slowly, so he waited for the right time, got a running start, and just as the corridor was passing the ladder, he leaped onto it. Ugh, I don't believe it. That addle-padded detective did all that.
Oh, was it really him? I mean, all this time I thought. Sorry we didn't catch your name.
My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright, the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil, the champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's injustice we trust.
Because he's the injustice
Ben,
that we trust.
His concern for Simon was also all just one big act?
I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart.
And he zapped him a bunch of times.
He's going to be a reformed member of society right after his execution. Yep.
Damn it! That monster killed Clay! He had me completely fooled! Come to think of it, he's the one who brought that bloodstained lighter to the court, too! That scumbag even made me turn on Athena! Damn it! How the hell did I fall for that?
Your bracelet. For him to have wormed his way into the police department as well. Ugh. Your Honor, the defense demands to question Detective Bobby Fulbright.
Yes, I agree. We need to hear from him right away.
fooled.
The court will take a short recess, and then Detective Fulbright will take the stand.
I have to go pee. I'll be right back.
Fooled right. Bobby fooled right.
December 20th, 5:13 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Of course. He walks away.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright.
Let's do it together.
If it wasn't for everything you did, I...
Don't thank me yet. We still have an uphill battle to fight.
You got it, boss.
Hey, bud. I mean, on the bright side, if you didn't push the envelope, we might have never found out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is awkward.
Athena, can you do me a favor?
Huh? What is it?
Could you punch me, please?
Yo, Athena's got one hell of a punch, too.
Oh.
This ain't no.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna need that eye patch for real.
What? Why should I do that?
Because I shouldn't have. Because I should have believed in you. I let the seed of doubt inside me get the best of me. I'm really sorry that I didn't try. Ow!
Don't be such a dope! I was really touched by what you did!
Aww.
Huh? What are you talking about? I want to believe in Athena. I really do.
Oh my god, I need you to write this down.
Okay.
Do you know what sound effect you need?
Yes.
You need a ship horn. So whenever the ship sets sail, just boom. Boom.
Let me just get that on. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down right now.
Yeah.
What is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her.
You took the time and effort to genuinely think about who I am and what I'm made of. After all that, how could I punch a true friend like you, Apollo?
I mean, you
Persona
kinda
4
just
taught me a
did.
thing or two about punching your true friends.
Yeah, it's so good. And if you want to know what that means, come to our Persona 4 streams.
You didn't have any trouble slapping him a second ago.
Thanks, Athena. Thanks for waking me up to reality again.
Guess I know who to call if I ever get sleepy in court. I think this is Edgeworth.
It looks like you have some promising young people working under you.
Edgeworth. Yeah, I think they're pretty great myself. And they're not afraid to keep me in line.
Anyway, I have some very good news. Aura Blackwell has surrendered, and the hostages have been set free.
Trucy and the others. Oh, thank goodness. I literally forgot about Trucy for a while there.
Miss Blackwell said she had something she really needed to do. So I granted her special permission to do what she must.
I wonder what it is. Oh, hey. Well, I love her aesthetic. It's really great.
So good.
Miss Blackwell.
I didn't come to apologize, if that's what you're thinking. My actions are what allowed the truth of what happened 7 years ago come to light.
What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you all the way up on that horse. Wow, that's a very high horse.
How did you get that horse inside of the ivory tower that you're in right now? I
Did you
don't
use
understand.
the 4th floor escape ladder to get up there?
Oh,
Wow. The one that you lowered for the killer?
yeah.
Okay, great, yeah.
Really interesting.
Sure.
Who killed the person that you love? Oh, yeah. Don't
sucks
worry.
for you.
But I did come because I had something to say to all of you.
Miss Aura. She better not be here to complain about something.
Miss Blackwell, I want to apologize to you. The fact that you couldn't trust the court system is our fault.
Yes, it's true. The courts are filled with incompetent idiots. Still, I suppose I could let you handle the rest of this case for me.
Oh, Miss Aura, does this mean you're starting to trust the system again?
Oh, no, of course not. Be quiet, hunk of junk. It's just, I wouldn't mind if you were the ones who took Metis' killer down.
Leave it to us. We'll get him.
So I guess that means she's starting to trust us at least.
Aura.
Simon, I'm so glad both of you and the princess were cleared of all suspicion. And it's all thanks to me and my robots. You better be grateful.
What that?
Let it go. Let her have this.
Okay.
Simon knows.
Okay.
Simon knows.
Okay.
I never imagined you would go that far, though you always were extreme. But I don't recall ever requesting your help.
As closed as ever, I see.
Oh, they do laugh the same, where they do the slapping thing, and
Oh,
that's cute.
well, now that you've been released, I guess it's my turn to go live in the slammer.
Yeah, there we okay, good.
Oh, what's the prison term for taking hostages and holding a space center, whatever? 7 years.
I just hope you're not the prosecutor for my trial. You'd probably give me the death penalty.
Yikes. That's a little extreme. You know me all too well. I guess love can take on a variety of expressions, including stunted in their case? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I guess love can take a variety of expressions, including stunted in their case. But I truly was about to be executed tomorrow. Though, because of you, it looks like I won't be crossing the Styx just yet. You have my heartfelt thanks, Aura. I'm sorry I caused you so much anguish.
Simon.
Aww.
I'm so glad, Simon. So very glad to hear you say that.
Oh, I better get some hug art right now. I want some hug art.
I don't think they ever have. They've never done that.
Aura. They have, yeah. I remember Maya hugging, right?
All right. That's enough of that. Bailiff, take me to the detention center.
No. Not before we hug it out right
better
now.
hug that out.
We better hug this out.
Nope! No fucking hugs in my lobby! Get out of here! Criminal scum!
Oh, you're so.
But Bailiff Toad, please.
I only make exceptions for thee, Mario. Sunday.
Good plug.
What Miss Blackwell did was inexcusable. But it's clear she did it out of love for her brother.
I still can't wrap my mind around Detective Fulbright being the Phantom.
I can't believe he killed Clay.
Right. And murdered my mentor, which brought great distress upon little Athena. Chief Prosecutor. Yes? I would ask a favor. Would you allow me to stand at the prosecutor's bench for this trial? I wish to claim the Phantom's head by my own hand. That was my plan all along. After all,
Smoke bomb.
it's highly unconventional for a man of my position to stand in court. Sir, the formal paperwork has yet to be filed, but you are hereby conditionally released. Please take the prosecutor's bench in your official capacity and uncover the truth by your own hand. Oh boy! I'm much obliged. Oh! The day to part with these has come at last. Chief Prosecutor, could you? Ah.
Wow, he has wrists.
How long have I waited? Maybe it's the sense of freedom, but even the air seems fresher, the light brighter. And I will relish slashing that blackguard Fulbright to shreds without mercy. I don't have to be able to read his heart to see how happy he is.
I'm so glad, but I won't cry just yet. After all, we've still got a trial to finish.
It's okay to cry, Athena. I promise.
Simon Unchained. Prosecutor Blackwell, Mr. Wright, please avenge Clay's death for me.
What are you talking about, Apollo? You're coming to the defense's bench with me.
I am?
Well, I can't expect Athena to assist me. Now can I? She's the defendant. That leaves you, Apollo.
Are you sure you want me? I took a leave of absence and everything.
Well, our office is pretty short-handed, and you're all we've got. We're desperate.
You mean by default?
Yeah, by default.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
You're just lucky Trucy didn't want to be a lawyer. Otherwise.
Oh, thank the stars that she's going into the artist's profession.
Apollo?
Athena, I can say it with all my heart now. I believe in your complete innocence. And now we're gonna prove it to the world.
Thank you, Apollo. I know you can do it.
Whoa, bada boom.
Ooh, Animu!
Won't be needing that eye patch anymore, right? Right, because I'm fine now.
Now. Oh, wait, don't let it hit the ground, though. I mean, that's still nice. Oh, right, his hands, too. I was like, that's a lot of bandage on his head.
So he was just flubbing it all?
Mummy unleashed.
He's been perfectly fine this whole time.
Yeah, he's fine. Like, he's trying to tell everybody, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. No one believed him, though. You know when you're fine and you say you're fine, but no one believes you? But you are fine?
What's up,
Chris?
Crystal Lee?
Everybody get in line to punch Fulbright.
Oh, there it is. That's a good one. You gotta aim, like, right for the palm. Oh, you gotta go flat on flat.
Flat on flat, but you gotta make sure you land on the right, like,
My knuckles are so big. How big are your knuckles?
Mine are really bony big.
Knuckles are a cool thing.
Well, it's for when I
Anyways,
shake my
tangent.
fist at
Now
those
this
kids
is the
playing on my
Apollo I
lawn.
know.
Welcome back, Apollo.
Get your pitchforks and torches, folks.
It's almost time for the trial to restart.
Yeah.
It looks like you have things well in hand.
Chat, I want to see torches.
Yep.
I want to see pitchforks in chat.
I should head back to the prosecutor's office.
But why?
I want to look into a few things. Namely, the first people on the scene 7 years ago, the facial data registered by the robot, and Detective Fulbright's background. That's important. Sounds great, Edgeworth. Thanks. I expect to be repaid with the victory, right? Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah. There are all the forks.
Okay, you two all set to
Alicorn
go?
nailing it. You bet I am.
Let's do this.
One punch Paulo.
This is it. The final battle. The murder of Apollo's friend. The courtroom bombing incident. And the case that ushered in the dark age of the law 7 years ago. Destiny has called us here to bring the one responsible to it all to justice today. Or all that. December 20th, 5:27 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4.
Let us now reconvene.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has never been more ready.
You know, this is the first time that we've been at the defense bench together since I debuted.
Oh, no way! That's so cool. Now that you mention it, although back then, I thought you were more loud than you were reliable. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot.
Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well.
He's still got that ego of his, though.
Prosecutor Blackwell, with the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Yes, I guess we can keep the chit-chat for later. But bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately.
Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same.
7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easily, I guess.
Oh, he came, did he?
Bobby Fulbright here. I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am.
Jesus, that ending. Oh, thank you so much, Mega Video Man.
Nick walks in blasting the song Frick the Police.
Frick the police.
That worked. Wow. That's what you went with, eh?
I wanted to find a recorder version of it, but they were all too bad.
Oh, wow. But worse than that.
Worse than that.
Worse than that.
That was
I could have just done it myself on the recorder. We should buy recorders.
We should buy recorders and kazoos.
Detective Fulbright, do you know why you have been called to give testimony?
Yep. Because there's only one reason why I'd be called. And that is because it's time for justice. In justice we trust.
Objection!
You can't fool us with that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies.
Get this tune out of here.
What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice? I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey.
Give me this cute shit. Everything now pisses me off that he does. You ever mad at somebody so much that just them breathing really makes you mad?
Boogie boogie boo.
Oh, I'm so mad still.
Wait a little me? A little old me?
Oh,
But I'm all
he's acting the exact same as always.
Oh, you can't bother me.
Oh.
I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, you wouldn't. Oh, I'm not gonna talk like you. I am so betrayed right now.
Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony. All right, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that.
And he's always wearing gloves.
Always.
Always.
Wearing gloves.
Though white is a bad color.
The embodiment of justice. Ha 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 ha! I am the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof. What we do have is proof that Athena Sykes is the culprit. This lighter with her prints on it.
Where did he get that letter with the prints?
You're saying the suspicions against you are completely false, and that the defendant is the real culprit.
That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I made a big leap onto the ladder. We don't have proof. You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof for your claim either. I guess you're right. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice just is.
Objection!
God damn, you got me there. Don't make me break out a dictionary on you.
Ah! Please don't throw the book at me!
I'm about. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him.
Let's just try not to lose focus, all right? But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice with your eyes. Obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
Silence.
Not using game?
Yeah.
Nice. Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it.
Prosecutor Blackwell.
Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn.
Well, Fulbright was his partner after all.
Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are, at this point, only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections?
That's fine, Your Honor. Ha 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 ha! Now, ask away and don't hold back.
Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination.
The embodiment of justice. Ha 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 ha! I'm the very embodiment of justice itself.
Hold it!
The embodiment of justice? Those are just empty words. But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true? By wishing over and over? All right. Let's just move on. This is gonna go nowhere, I can feel it. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory. Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, it's not just reasoning, but solid evidence. And it's called the lighter, with Miss Sykes' fingerprints on it in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true, but wait. Detective Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbor any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dono? Especially about that lighter.
Okay, thanks for the heads
He's
up.
right. But what exactly should I ask him about? Ooh.
Position of the prince.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if he used like young Athena's fingerprints that he had.
Young
And they're
Athena's.
like, and they're maybe bigger now and they won't sync up.
Oh, could you imagine holding on to evidence for like 7 years?
I know,
as a
right?
just in case.
Oh, I mean, an international super spy would.
He would.
Let's go with the position of the prince.
Normal people wouldn't, but Elijah would.
I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Don't
Good
worry
joke,
about it. That's as far as that one went, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with it.
There was a. I guess. Oh, sorry. I got it, everybody. Okay, sit
Hey,
down.
hold on.
Let's rewind. Looks like that joke came up short.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. Making these puns must be a hobbit of yours.
I lost my shoes. Please tell the court again about the position of the prints on the lighter. They're around the same spot on either side, as they would be if she were holding it up. I suppose if it was used to light the room, it would be held that way. Could you please add that statement to your testimony? Okay, let's take a look at this again. I'll finish this, though. The prints were placed just the way they would be if someone were holding it lit. Yes, Miss Blackwell did mention she saw a lit lighter being held up. Yep. Meaning the person Miss Blackwell saw was the owner of the fingerprints. It just strengthens my argument against Miss Sykes. This line of questioning is gonna get me any... Oh. Sorry.
Isn't.
This line of questioning is going to get me anywhere except...
Oh.
Conviction land. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, it's correct.
This
It
is right.
is correct.
Yeah, it is. This line of questioning is going to get me anywhere except conviction land. It's just such a weird sentence, man.
This line's gonna get me anywhere except for conviction land.
It should be like this line of question will land me in conviction land or something like that. We'll
No,
send
but
you
it
to
won't.
conviction land.
Is gonna get me anywhere except for conviction land.
No,
Which is-
we are going to conviction land because Athena is the defendant. So the conviction will be against Athena.
Wait,
So
Athena's not the defendant.
Yes, she is.
Is
we're,
she?
we're defending
Yeah,
Athena
we're
right
defending
now.
Athena right now.
Oh.
I can, Data. It's just a weird sentence. Evidence found by the detective. It has Athena's prints on the victim's blood. Number of prints?
Yeah, let's hit number of prints.
Yeah.
Because that'll probably be like, oh, 2 or 3 or something, you know?
So, how many prints were found exactly? 3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger of the right hand. Your Honor, that is an important statement. Can we please have it? Swapped into my testimony? You got it.
You beat me to it.
Ha 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 ha! Be it investigating or testifying, speed is the key.
No.
3 prints were on the lighter. The thumb, the index, and the middle finger of the right
Go
hand.
to the photo. Because we already know, though. I think she might have been holding it in her right hand, or left
I don't
hand.
think we have that photo of the shady figure holding the lighter.
No way. I didn't mean this. I meant the. But are you seeing this? What are you seeing?
Right hand, but Athena with the.
I'm just showing what which ones
she's
are being.
holding it like this. It's a small lighter, so it's more like one of these handy dandy glacés. So that's
But-
all fine.
The thing is, though, what's really weird about this, and let me check the knife or whatever, but because normally, if Athena's right-handed, let's pretend, you would
Yeah.
hold the lighter in your left hand and you would stab with your
stabby.
right hand, right? Because it'd be really
right.
weird to stab with your
I
left
know.
hand and hold a writer in the right. A writer in the right.
Yeah, a writer in the right hand.
Yeah.
Writer in the light hand. Oh wait, here we go. I think we can just press on this and go with
Oh my
something
God!
else.
And Bobby's wearing gloves too, so we can't see the scar on his hand.
Yeah.
That too.
Oh shit. Big reveal time. Okay. Oh, do we have to present something right now, or can we,
We do.
press it?
Yes, we do.
We can't press this?
I can press this. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold it!
So, 3 prints from a right hand were found on the lighter, huh? Are you certain of this? I'd stake my life on it.
Mr. Wright, isn't it odd he's saying the prints are from Athena's right hand?
Why would you say that?
Well, think about it for a sec.
Oh, and her index finger.
Oh my God! Because she controls Widget with that.
Athena always wears her glove on her right hand, right? So there's no way she'd leave prints with those 3 fingers from her right hand.
Hey, great point. Why didn't I catch that one? Detective Fulbright, I'm sure you heard our discussion just now about how Miss Sykes always wears a glove on her right hand. Ha 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 ha! Well, I have only one thing to say about that. Do you have evidence that she was wearing that glove at the time of the incident? I guess we don't. If you want to prove the defendant innocent, you'll have to ask better questions than that. Like I need a lecture from you, Smiles McGoo.
Oh, right then.
Should I try asking about something else?
I think maybe.
Let's just press on like this.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's proceed with your testimony, shall we?
Oh,
Ha 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 ha! Certainly, certainly.
Statement that was added. Not sure if it's relevant or not.
Well, at least he seems willing to answer our questions. Let's keep asking about different things and see if we can uncover an inconsistency. Detective Fulbright is a tougher adversary than I'd thought. Huh. Well, maybe we could try doing the number of prints again.
And seeing if it says, I'm not sure if this is relevant or not.
Yeah, just see what they say. If it's the same, then we'll have to... I can't believe you shot down our glove theory like that. Here, hold on.
Hold it!
Like, I mean, it heckin' makes sense.
If we had the security camera footage of her walking out, we could prove that she was wearing the glove.
But she could have taken it off. Like, why she would, but it's the possibility.
Maybe it's the thing we have to go back and forth here. Maybe we need to do that, and now we go to the position. Prints on the lighter. They're around the same spot on either side as they would be if she was holding it up. I suppose it wouldn't like her held that way. I believe this is important. Please swap this statement into your testimony.
Okay, so now. Oh, what, did we press this?
Hold it!
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good.
And then we swapped it.
Yeah. You okay?
Let's just press on like this. Looks like
yeah, sticking with Athena as the culprit.
and it doesn't help that he has the evidence.
Let's press him on everything until he cracks. Different. Shown an image. We've pressed everything now. On the embodiment of just itself.
Hold it!
One and only. Is this new?
This is new. I think now that we have
Yeah.
that in the testimony.
After Miss Sykes murdered Mr. Tarrant, she escaped into the Space Museum. That's when she probably dropped the lighter. Then, after the launch pads were switched, she ran out of the Space Museum, where her image was caught by the security camera.
Without evidence, I should probably save this fight for another time.
Wait a minute. So, what's that last line? Do we have anything that we can...
Well, let me take a look at what we have. The perp held the lighter with an earth emblem in their left hand. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Easy peasy.
EZ
Freaking-
PZ.
And we were looking for that image. I remember the image
Yeah,
that would
me
have shown
too.
it.
I know.
And that's all fine. It's all fine.
Hold it!
I guess that's what they call reading your evidence. Oh, there it is.
Objection!
You say the prints were from a right hand. Is that correct?
That's right, very clear prints.
But that just doesn't add up.
Huh? Oh, what doesn't add up?
According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held the lighter in their left hand. Oh! So, here is the dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter from a right hand instead of a left?
Ah! You're right. It doesn't make sense, does it?
Your Honor, this lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witness claims don't even hold water.
Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this.
I just can't understand it.
They're definitely right-handed prints. But then why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement?
Don't have a good reason?
I've got it!
No.
What have you got, Detective?
The mirror. The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror.
Go on.
Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she? I believe so. If you mean the little window in the back into the right of the room, that's right. And across the room on the opposite wall is a large mirror.
You've got to be kidding me.
Do remember seeing it. Oh, so are you saying? Yes, the culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror.
Oh, I see. In that case, right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they?
Ha 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 ha! Now do you see? That's the logic of pure justice.
Objection!
but your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof of what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence.
Right, Dono. You'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it. Huh? Ha! That's right. Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand. And why not? Miss Blackwell said she saw an Earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem is only on one side of the lighter. You're right. There's no emblem on the other side. Exactly. As blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem. Uh-oh. What's more, is this kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So, if the culprit held it in their left hand with the emblem out and visible, they wouldn't have been able to open it, let alone light it. But if they held it in their right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This all means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand. No! God. Come back, my beautiful contradiction! It appears you've planted a flower that bears no fruit. See how it withers before my flower of justice? He's tough. He's managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up to this point. So help me God, I will deflower that man. In justice we trust. Now do you see? I'm not this phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad, so very sad. But I'm afraid Miss Sykes is the culprit.
He makes me so mad.
Yep. Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an Earth emblem on both sides of the lighter?
I knew it. You were lying, Detective.
Pardon me? You mean?
Yes, my bracelet reacted to his statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big. And I think if we use my talent, we might be able to figure it out.
Justice, Dono. Are you to use that cheat of yours again?
It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell.
Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now. Go on, then. We have Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo, you're up.
Here goes, then. Detective Fulbright, could you repeat the last statement one more time?
What in the world are you up to? All right, fine. I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand.
Gotcha!
Chris Lee, got him!
Symmetry, moving structures, and a trash chute and mirrors. The Space Center is playing a mean game of murder mystery setting bingo.
Right? It's got all the things. Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I think it's his hand.
Oh, his left hand. Oh, sorry, that's his right hand.
Maybe it's the
Wait,
other
no,
hand?
I think his other hand. I think his other
His
hand.
right hand?
Yes, because he's bandaged up on his. On it. Oh, it was on
I
his
bet it
right
was the
hand.
first part, though.
No, it's his left hand. It's right there.
Check his other hand real quick.
No.
Okay.
Gotcha!
Because he got stabbed.
I don't know,
His
but
left hand.
I was looking at it. I think that. Anyways, I think it's all mirrored. There's a mirror in the room.
Oh, I see. That's what it is.
Yeah. Detective Fulbright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but Whenever you say the phrase, the Earth Emblem, your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster.
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, I don't have the foggiest notion of what you're talking about.
Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Let me examine it.
But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Silence.
Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you? What? Not you too, Prosecutor Blackwell?
I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists, it must be something important. I will allow the defense to examine the lighter.
Good. Now maybe we'll learn something new.
I hope so. Now let's check every inch of this thing.
A surprise. Oh. Flip it around.
Ooh,
There.
yeah.
Oh, blood. Definitely lots.
Freaking stylus for this.
Woo! Wow! Oh my god!
Enhance.
It's really weirdly being held.
It looks like there's a second, like there's a covering plate or something. Like the color of this side is unnatural compared to this side.
Oh, like
It's
you
much
can flip it around?
Brighter. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Look at the bottom of the thing. I mean, you can see those distinct lines.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris
Lee!
Just once, I want Apollo's to use perception. The tick is, he's going for the gun and/or bomb detonator.
Oh my god. Yeah, he really would see those things, you would think.
Right?
Lipstick on my
Valentino
silver-
bag!
What is Gaxa lighter?
The back is covered with blood.
Say, you notice anything funny about this bloodstain?
You're right. It suddenly breaks off unnaturally.
They do. They can be. Oh, interesting. I think you're super right. Supposedly, the lighter was held with the right hand so the emblem was visible. If so, the print should be around the emblem and on the lid where you open it.
You're right. There's definitely something off here. Open this bad boy up.
It's hard to tell if the prints are from a right hand or left just by looking at them.
I don't think looking at each print with the naked eye is going to tell us anything new. But this lighter definitely hides a secret.
I agree. Let's check it out carefully.
Oh my god, and that piece of evidence that transforms or something. Like, we're checking all the boxes here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if you press the Earth Emblem, does something happen?
Does it rotate?
Oh my god, like the Space Center? Oh my god. So this Earth Emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about.
See anything noteworthy?
Huh? Hey, look at this! The emblem's actually some kind of button! Oh my god.
It's a gun?
What?
It's a gun? It's a
a gun?
tiny gun that
It's a
shoots
tiny
teeny
gun!
tiny bullet?
Oh my god, he's an international super spy!
This
With
is
the
the
tiny
best thing
gun!
ever!
This is the gun! We saw it in Men in Black! We saw it in that other movie with the tiny gun! We made the joke and we didn't actually locate where that .1 caliber bullet came from. Wow, it transformed into something! Oh my god.
A handle? A trigger? Is this what I think it is?
Don't pull it.
There's no questioning, it seems. It seems what you have there is a gun. A what? Spy gadgets. A gun. So that's it. Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was on the stand. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small, maybe a .1 caliber, or 10 caliber. This little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber.
It looks like this is the gun that was fired at the scene.
And as you know, the mitochondria is the the ballistic markings are the fingerprints of the gun.
I'm flabbergasted. The lighter was a gun.
So, when Detective Fulbright would touch his holster,
That's right. Whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind it, the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. It's not the kind of thing that an ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I'd say it's strictly in the domain of elite spies.
Whoa! Holy crap! Wait, what was that? Oh no, Nyanny! I think there's an elite spy shutting down the stream right now.
Oh my God!
Oh, no! Everybody better throw a thumbs up in the video, or else they're gonna stop it forever. No!
Damn you, Fulbright! Buying time!
I can't believe it. Oh, I've got some stuff to put on the board because this elite spy came in here and ruined everything.
Oh my God! Thank you guys, though.
We got a really exciting few things coming up. We want to give them the full schedule of the breakdown of the thing, of the Braga box, of the Boxu box, of the Dope
Oh, yeah.
RPG,
Actually, Raga, if you're here and if it's a-okay, we want to do your box tomorrow. We'll open a Raga box. It'll be a lot of fun. See what's inside that. And then we'll be doing the finale, I assume, of Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. And that'll be a lot of fun. And then Persona 4 Golden's heating up as usual as well.
Everything's getting hot.
It's getting so hot in here. And then Super Mario RPG on Sunday with the classic Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I hope that you guys are there. Yeah, and more Dokapon on Friday. Ooh.
Can I show you guys one of my favorite comics of all time that's
course you
relatable?
Is that?
You bastard, I'll shoot you! Not if I shoot you first with my gun! Shoot him! The enemy has stolen our guns. Yes, sir! We shall get them back by shooting them with our new guns!
Shoot them, girls! Show them what our guns are made of!
Blah, 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 blah.
Who is this by and what is the point?
It's a... Just give me a second.
I missed the punchline.
Hold on, the punchline is coming.
Oh, okay.
This is the second part. Is just gotta get it ready. Okay, good. Second part incoming.
Pew, 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 pew! Oh no, look out, it's a ray gun! I'm sorry, George. We won't be able to get married after all. I've been shot with a gun.
Why? Why did it have to be a gun?
I must tell you the truth, George. I'm not really a secretary. I'm actually a gun.
Oh my God!
This is the greatest thing I have ever seen. They're watching a movie. It was a movie the whole time. The comic's called Girly. It's old. I used to read it like forever ago. And whenever anyone talks about guns, I can't not think of that comic.
It's like shoes. Oh my God, shoes.
Let's get some shoes. Let's get some guns. Let's get some guns.
Woo-wee. Man, though, what a great game. I gotta say, I think that Black Will is my second favorite prosecutor.
Who's your first?
Edgeworth.
Oh, of course he is.
I don't know. He's so... I don't know. You know, it's just like, I like how he likes to steal samurai and he plays chess and stuff. And
Yeah.
he's a little bit of a tsundere, you know, and
He
I
is.
really, yeah, it just gets me.
They say that you don't forget your first love, either, you know?
Clavier's fine.
Did we already figure how many likes were on this video?
No, because I was getting my gun comic out.
Oh, gun comics. How many likes are on this video, folks? And we're gonna
I'm
give away
guessing
some
180.
The ones you
180.
voice, I voice all the
See.
prosecutors except Clavier, I think.
Ooh, almost 200.
Wait, what? You mean defense? You mean
Oh, I think you might have voiced
oh,
the prosecutors.
prosecutor.
Yeah, you voiced
I
Godot.
voiced Payne.
You voiced Godot.
Yeah, Payne and Godot.
Yeah.
Clavier's on Nyanny, so we know that Clavier's actually a girl, and then the
Yeah.
rest are you.
I know. Who is actually Phoenix Wright?
Yes.
Yanny voice a
Who is
boy.
also a girl.
What about Franny? I did.
Oh, yeah, you did
We
Franny,
hit
too.
200.
Franny was great. I like
Yeah.
Franny a lot.
So I got 2, you got 2, Clay's got
Everyone else.
3.
Blackwill, Edgeworth. Who else did I?
Michael Edgeworth.
Oh, the best, kind of.
The best.
Around.
All right.
Von Karma, thank you.
Von
I don't think
Karma.
Von Karma's anyone's favorite, though. Let's be honest here.
No, he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
All right, ready to see everybody in 1 hour for Persona 4 Golden, which is heating up?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.